fine. So attend all the sessions of different optionals. Let me give introduction of optionals to the new students here first. As all of you know that in the UPSC scheme, in the mains, what matters in the end is your second stage of preparation, second stage of exam, which is mains. Why it is important? Because those marks will be counted in the final score along with your interview scores. Without writing answers, you will not be able to clear UPSC. That is as simple as that. Keep that fixed in your mind. And for answer writing, again, a different strategy, different classes will be there for that. First things first is, as many teachers must have already told you on YouTube and all that classes, that we have this trinity means like Trimurtulus, what we call, okay, optional, essay, ethics. These are the areas where you can increase your score in the final exam. All of you must be knowing in stage 2 of the exam, it is we have essay. Okay, before that we have English, one regional language is there. In that you need to get 25% of the marks. Some 300 marks are there for them. Only qualifying papers, English as well as regional language. Regional language means any 8th schedule language you can choose. These two are qualifying papers. That means if you get 25% marks in this, it's enough. Okay. If you don't get 25% marks, you are not qualified. Okay, your exam is over. Journey is over. After these two exams, what are done? Okay, we have other exams called essay. Okay, where you have to write 2 essays. Then you have GS 1, 2, 3, 4, 1000 marks. Okay, 250 marks each. Then you have optionals. Each optional has 2 papers. 250 means how much it is? 500 marks. And then last stage of the exam is what? The personality test, what we usually call as interview. 275 marks are there. That means around 2025 marks, overall marks are there, which means counting will happen for second and third stages of the exam. Prelims marks will not be counted, which is why your entire focus should be on of course, the overall preparation, which includes answer writing for paper, let's say stage 2, which is mains. Why optional choosing becomes very important is because you may say, sir, they are like 1000 marks, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, essay is there. Then why this 500 we have to focus? Means this is different for different students. Optional is something where your expertise will come, your interest will be shown in the answers. Optional is an area where your scores will bounce. Like some student last year, 98 marks, that student suddenly got more than previous year optional score. And the rank also came in top 100. Are you understanding or not? GS 1 to 3, more or less, you have some similar scores all the aspirants will get. Essay is where suddenly some your marks will jump, some people marks will drop like anything. And every mark is important for the final score. Not much difference is there in the final ranking list. Which is why paper 4 ethics, which is also very subjective in nature, optional, and your essay becomes the important parameter for you clearing the exam and getting the service you desire. What service you want also matters. It's not just you clear the exam, whole life you want to become Singham, IPS and all slow motion walks, and you did not get IPS, you got some defense service or some other central service, you're not happy. Your whole life you have to work in that position unless you clear the exam again next year, which is again a big task. Are you understanding or not? So always choose optional very wisely. In the past, in the olden days, we used to say there are some criteria for choosing optional. First criteria, what they used to say is like your interest matters a lot. Interest means, okay, how much interest you're collecting in the after giving money to people, not that interest. Okay, the genuine interest what you have. If you see some subject, I'm like, it's very nice, I want to read this. I'm interested in knowing about animals, or let's say human evolution, so anthropology I like. If you are observing society a lot, if your social issues are your concern, where you have some ideas about society, you observe people, then sociology is very good optional. If you are interested in politics, international relations, PSIR becomes a very good optional for you. If you are having interest in administration, public administration, which was a default optional which we all used to choose in the past, that means your interest, or you are from electrical engineering, like this year's all India first ranker, he has chosen electrical engineering. Some of the earlier students of me, okay, they were interested in commerce, they took commerce. Some took maths. It's up to your interest. Okay, interest matters a lot. And then what else matters? Apart from that, generally used to say, do you have the sources? Sources means from where you study. Today everything is available on your mobiles. Everything, unless you are from other regional language backgrounds. English, if you are preferring English, then of course today we have lot of material sources, okay, where you can study from PDFs or any books or any content. Then how much it overlaps with the general studies? Okay, how much it overlaps with general studies? Why overlap? Because already you study everything under the sun and you are like, again, separate optional, separate GS. Sometimes you want a combination of both. Like if I study some optional, if I'm able to cover some at least 2 papers of GS, my preparation time is reduced. Getting or not? That means you want to judiciously use your time to reduce your preparation time, okay, or the entire phase. For that, you have to see how much of it overlaps with GS. Otherwise, it's up to you. If you're interested in maths or your, whatever your specialization is there, it's up to you. But if you want to coalesce both GS and optional, then you can see how much it overlaps with GS. Okay, and then some kind of materials or sources or interest, and then you have some miscellaneous factors like, is coaching, is any background specialization is required, or without any formal coaching can I study myself or not? That also matters, because sometimes some optionals are difficult to follow. Some optionals may be like anybody can study them. Even if you are from BTech or IIT, you can come and study public administration, sociology, or political science or anthropology. That means they don't require subject specializations. That also you can see how easy it is. And you have to also see syllabus and previous year questions. This is the ultimate test. If you are stuck between 2 or 3 optionals, all are looking very good, but which one I have to finally choose? I will not say I will choose all of them. No, it's not possible. That is the stupidest response ever in the history of mankind. Okay, so what you will say then? You will see syllabus and you are like, am I able to complete this syllabus in a specific span of time or not? If syllabus is very direct, easy to look at, I will be enjoying. I will be saying, yes, I can complete this syllabus. It is manageable. Then you will see immediately PYQs. If you see PYQs, it's like, which language is this? Greek or Latin or Hebrew? If you think like that, then don't take that optional. If you see the questions of previous years and you're like, yeah, this is doable. I understand what they're trying to ask. I understand what is the demand of the question. I can write answer on this. Ultimately, this is the test you apply when you are stuck between which optional to check. You can download the last year question. If there are some answers where you think you can write at least 1-2 points or 3 points or 4 points, write them and see if your flow is coming naturally or not. Are you really interested to write the answer or not? Because ultimately you have to fall in love with your optional, because that is where you show your entire interest. Okay, that test you apply previous year questions. Go with, don't see just 1-2 questions, guys. Mistake made by aspirants is seeing only few questions. I know. No, not like that. See every single question from there are generally 8 questions, guys. Okay, you have to write 5 questions. Choice is there in optional. In GS there is no choice as of now. So you see from 1 to 8 all questions you see. Don't think only 8 questions. Okay, they have sub. Okay, first question has 5 questions sub. Okay, again you have every question has 3 questions each. See from first to last year question paper, and then if you feel that yes, I can prepare this kind of questions, I can prepare for this kind of paper, then you choose that optional and you start writing at least some, whatever you pre-knowledge you have, start writing something. If your writing is coming, even if it is wrong your writing or something completely which is not related to the question you're writing, but at least if you're able to write a few points for each question, that optional is for you. So please use these parameters to choose your optional. And don't say, I will see only top 5 rankers or top 10 rankers. Which optional got more ranks, I will choose that. That is very bad choice. That's why generally there is one more parameter they will say, is it scoring or not, they will say. Okay, scoring or not. Of course, this is subjective in nature, guys. Except a few optionals which have getting less scores these years, more or less it's not like if you take this optional you will not get high scores. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. History people have cleared in top ranks this year. Public administration cleared, anthropology cleared, sociology cleared, electrical engineering, PSIR, they all got good scores in the optionals. So this is kind of redundant these days. But still, if you want to choose any optional, choose these parameters. Don't say here again one more, sir, you write here one more point, sir. What is the point here? Whether my friend has taken the optional or not. You want to write that? Okay, no. My friend also took the optional. Or there are some interesting students in that batch. No. Don't do that mistake, guys. Ultimately, we are answerable to ourselves. So only think about your interest and nothing selfish here. It's about your interest. If you survive, others will survive. In the aeroplane or some other ferries, if you go, they will tell first you put your mask properly. Then only you can help the others. How can you help others if you don't put your own mask properly when in emergency? So first you have to survive. Then you can help others. Similarly, here also you should think about yourself, not which friend of yours joining which batch. Okay, with this, let us enter into the PSIR. Okay, so I will tell you what are the advantages and disadvantages also, because balance have to be there, no? So we will discuss about that. Here I am not a marketing salesman of PSIR. Okay, ultimately I was also an aspirant once, so I know the importance of choosing the right optional. So I will not give Bahubali or KGF type elevations for the PSIR. Okay, but even though, let us see what already in the previous classes, I have told this point to some of the students. UPSC every year will give a report, annual report. Okay, so of course lot of delay is there. The last report is of 2020 exam. So 2021 they released the report, 72nd annual report. You can just Google, in Google you can just type UPSC annual report, this report will come. Big report is there. I took some screenshots to show you the importance of optionals. In that report, they will give every single detail. How many from the social background they cleared, how many from humanities, how many from science backgrounds, everything they will be giving in that. Fine. But if you find the latest one is of 2020 exam. 21, 22, 23 have not come yet. 20 is available for us. So this what you can see is from 20, guys. Okay. Here you can see UPSC is saying every single detail is there in the report. You can just Google and find out. Okay. What UPSC is saying is that what is the success percentage of the optionals? Now this also is subjective, because that year how many members have written mains, how many cleared, that ratio is called success ratio. For example, let's say agriculture, 111 students only have appeared. 3 members have been recommended for the interviews or the final thing. Okay, how many it is? 2.7%. Animal husbandry, 10 members only out of all India. 10 members only wrote the optional or took optional. Animal husbandry, 1% cleared. So percentage is what? 10%. Anthropology, 1211. 100 members have cleared, so 8.3%. Botany, 27 only, 2 members, so 7.4. I think you can understand there is subjectivity in data also. Okay, this is just for your reference, guys, because some students will have what is success ratio, how many rankers are clearing, is it scoring or not. For that kind of people, these are the statistics UPSC itself has given. So almost more or less you can see the top options like economy, commerce, accountancy is 13.1, 12.9. Our PSIR 8.3, 1863 PSIR. Sociology 1245 members written the mains, okay, or appeared for this UPSC interview with respect to main examination and then recommended for the interview. These many percentages are there. Okay, so this is one statistic. Of course, by this UPSC is saying what? The following points are the conclusion from the table. Political science was the most preferred subject among the optional subjects, followed by geography and sociology. This is 2020 UPSC report. That is the only report we have as of now, latest report. 21, 22, 23 reports have not come yet. But still, of course, PSIR, sociology, geography, anthropology remain the most preferred options. They are, because many rankers they are seeing, many people will naturally opt for those optionals. and then they have given the areas like, among subjects opted by 100 or more students, highest percentage law, followed by economics and commerce. Out of syllabus for us, right? Are you understanding or not? So that means these are all just statistics, guys. Ultimately what matters is your interest to choose the right optional here. And see, they have given that people from academic backgrounds, 64.9% were from engineering, 23% from humanities, 7.9% from science, 4% students cleared with medical science. 85% of optional subjects are from humanities only, which means like your PSIR, socio, anthro, these subjects were preferred by 85% of the aspirants. Okay, like that you can find more and more details on that aspect, guys. And for those students who are feeling bad, I am only bachelor degree only I have, I don't have master's degree, nothing like that, humanities or engineering, no. See what UPSC is saying here. Those who are having bachelor degrees, 1,600 members have been interviewed and 650 members cleared the exam. Means 40% of the humanities background people have cleared UPSC exam. Okay, see 42%, science 39%, bachelor degrees 40%, humanities 42%, science 39%, medical science 44%, engineering 40%. What about masters, higher degrees? Humanities 42%, science 38%, medical 16%, engineering 41%. So I hope these all statistics what I just showed you have given some clarity for you. Some myths have been shattered. Don't have any myths. Only this is the best. Only humanities people clear. Only engineering people clear. Only bachelors clear. Only married people clear. Not that, okay? Bachelors means here, of course, bachelor degree here I'm talking about, okay? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's all up to the aspirant. What they make out of it, what interest they have, that will decide your success in the optionals, guys. Okay, fine. Now let's move on to the demand of the question, demand of the UPSC exam. This screenshot is from the every year UPSC gives notification. In the notification, most of us will ignore, okay, but we have to see what UPSC is trying to say. It is asking you that in the main exam, what they conduct in the second stage, what should be your mindset, they are saying here. They are asking you that we are testing the candidate's general awareness on variety of subjects, as you must have seen in syllabus, okay, which are relevant for a career in civil services. Imagine you are an IAS officer, of course, without having domain specialization of environment, but you already, as your UPSC aspirant, because you studied about India's environmental laws in your GS3, environment for prelims you have already studied, you know all the conventions. And if you are appointed, of course, as a secretary or any undersecretary for any department, of course, forest department will take their own decisions. But you also, as a secretary, you can pass certain decisions regarding the saving of environment or any mangroves project or anything. Which means already when you study in your UPSC preparation for prelims and mains environment, that will help you in your future assignments. Which is why UPSC has given so many subjects for you. Whether it is history, because as an IAS officer, you may be in the Department of Archaeology and Museums. You may be IAS officer, you may be in the Department of Archaeology and Museums, and already you study history. So you have some idea about Indian history, ancient India, medieval India, art and culture. That is why UPSC has packed your syllabus with so many subjects, which will help you in your future career. And what they are testing in your general studies is your general awareness, which does not require subject specialization. But where you require specialization is in the optionals. Here they are saying in the optional that the scope is what? Honors degree level. It's not just, this is undergraduate level. This is honors level. As you understand, it's between degree and the masters. Honors level means you have to have some specialization, which is why you need to choose your optional very wisely. In GS, I will write the answer in simple ways. Introduction, I will write some nice flowcharts with all your experience of drawing Rangoli or Sankranti Muggu, whatever is, in that way you will decorate your answer with nice flowcharts, diagrams, okay, schematic diagrams, flows, this and that. In the optional, of course, you have to have some analysis, which is very important, where you will quote some scholars, you will quote some reports, you will have to give a lot of in-depth explanation in some areas, which is why UPSC itself is telling you that optional is of honors level. And in general, No matter what is optional or whether it is your other GS papers, you should always have what here? They will test your understanding of all relevant issues. Patna High Court has cancelled reservation. Why? That you should know. Of course, you are freshers, I understand it takes some time. But once you go into preparation stage, you should know why court has cancelled. Is it right for the Patna High Court to cancel reservation when Bihar already has done caste survey? Nitish Kumar government has proved that there are so many backward sections in Bihar. More backward people are there and upper caste are less. So when more backward people are there, why can't I give more reservation for them? That is his demand. Court is saying no. 50% is maximum reservation limit. You already crossed 65% you are giving now. It is not right. Here you should have an opinion. As to not like who is right. You have to analyze both sides of the argument. Like, is it fair to give reservation of 65% of to people? Or is it fair because there are more people of backward caste? Why can't we give more reservation for them? Or you can say it is compromising merit and efficiency if you give reservations. Understanding or not? That means they expect you that you should analyze, okay, and take a view on conflicting socio-economic goals. Conflict is a part of society. Some will say, I want nice buildings. Drone views of secretariat is fine. Drone views of high-tech city, financial district. Wow, this is not Dallas, this is not New York, this is Hyderabad, we will say. But same people may say, please bring that drone to old city also. Okay, and let us see the beautiful streets of old city. Beautiful garbage, okay, and beautiful musi, all we want to see, yes or no? So some will say, no, what about the environment? Meghalaya, if I am not wrong, was in news 2 days ago. Forest department is saying that, yes, we will give some 300 acres property for beautification. Beautification of hills. Already they are beautified by nature. So in the name of beautification, what you will do? You will cut the trees and you will build all the malls and all those fancy establishments. Understanding or not? These are the everyday issues we face. Reservation ivala or not? Development is more important. Saving environment is more important. That means conflict is a part of our life. What two of you want will not be the same always. And here as a bureaucrat, you should be having some rational bent of mind where you will take a rational decision, not emotional decision. Gee, I hate so and so country people. Let us bomb them. That is not what you expected from the aspirant, guys. That is there for WhatsApp university, messages, Facebook college, Twitter school, Instagram university are there. No, in this you can talk this kind of nonsense. But as a bureaucrat, you cannot be such kind of person who will take a decision, extreme decisions. You have to be very rational, measured and balanced. This is what UPSC expects from you. Understanding or not? What we call maturity of your mindset is required, guys. You have to keep your personal biases aside. And you need to always do some kind of justice. This is, if your mindset is in this way, then you automatically get fine-tuned to the UPSC requirement, guys. This is what is UPSC itself telling us in every year notification, which we ignore. Are you getting my point or not? So please make sure, guys, you always should know where you are walking. Okay, otherwise you will fall into trap. Not like in the dark you are going, where is polity, where is history, not like that. You should know what is the exam I am writing, what UPSC is seeking from me, what is the syllabus, what are the previous year questions, how should I study, how much months I have to give for so and so subject, how many months GS, okay, how to divide, world history, how many questions are coming, hardly one question coming. So I will spend 1 year to read world history. Yeah? No, not even 1 month I will read for world history. World history question only 1 or 0. So I will not spend 2 months reading world history. Polity, I will read, it's coming in the exam. Economy, I will read, it's coming in the exam. Environment, very good part in the prelims also. That is the strategy which you need to have. Otherwise, this big exam which will take so many years of your life, how will you plan, guys? Years and years you will graduate here. Okay, you will become veteran in Ashok Nagar coaching industry. Okay, I know every single lane, I know every single tea shop, I know every single coffee shop. This is not what you have come here for. Every single hostel. No, that's not what you are aspiring for. Quickly leave this place. For leaving this place quickly, clarity. You know, there is one famous quote which you say for Bruce Lee or some other person. I am not afraid of a person who knows 1,000 kicks, but I am afraid of a person who has practiced one kick 1,000 times. Or if I'm giving 1 hour or 5 hours or 4 hours for a person to cut a tree, if he is sharpening his axe for 3.5 hours, that is more important than hitting the tree for 2 hours or 3 hours continuously. Sharpening the axe for 3.5 hours and last half an hour cutting the tree. Understanding or not? These quotes, which we see always in our social media, don't just read and like them and share them. Understand the wisdom behind them. Smart preparation is very important. Don't waste your prime youth chasing competitive exams unnecessarily. Practice with a, or you go approach with a proper precision. What is required? What exam I am writing? What does it? Not like every day coming, opening one book, today's quota is over. I studied the polity, today I read economy 1 hour, I'm satisfied. Why you studied? What you covered? When you are going to write test on this? Whom you are going to show the answers? Understanding or not? This is the strategy required for the exam base. Coming to PSIR strategy or PSIR syllabus, it's political science and international relations. PS, political science, means it has politics. Basically, study politics means to study politics, what you have to study? To study politics, but what you have to know? The political system of the country. Political system of the country is based on, of course, the constitution, the laws, the rules, the conventions. All those will be studied in the political science paper 1. Paper 2 has mostly the component of IR. IR means here international relations. Antarjatiya Sambandhalu, what we call in Telugu. Akrama Sambandhalu kaadu, okay? It's a international relations, foreign affairs, not other affairs. Okay, not like, sir, I saw that meme, Melody family, Melanie and Modi. These are all for fun. Not those affairs we are studying here, okay? We understand the significance of Italy inviting India to the G7 where India is not a part of. That you will try to know. Not like how many times Modi and Melanie's eyes have met, how many handshakes they have done. Not those things. You will not focus on that. Are you understanding or not? How many times Biden has frozen like a statue, not knowing what is going on? He's doing all robot-like things these days. Already very old he has become. Again, he want to become the president of USA. Maybe one leg in grave already he has. Okay, so that don't have to focus on that. Now let's see what are the pros and cons of PSIR. I will tell you. Generally, guys, I don't know overlapping with GS and all that. Dynamic nature. Dynamic means what here? Blowing with a dynamite. What is dynamic means here? It changes. It is always every day you have to update. Every now and then you have to update. Some optionals are safe where you don't have to. There are not much dynamism is there. Same questions will come in the exam. Similar. Okay, not much dynamism is there. Defined syllabus is there. There are some options like that. But PSIR has high levels of dynamism. Why dynamism here, guys? See this part. Every paper, there are 2 papers. This is paper 1. This is paper 2. Paper 1 has again 2 sections. One is political theory. Other one is Indian government and politics. Paper 2 has comparative political analysis where you learn some IR theories and some international politics. Then how India is dealing with the rest of the world, our neighbors. We have beautiful neighbors like peaceful neighbors like Pakistan, China, how India deals with them. Okay, Maldives. Okay, and then how India deals with other countries like USA, okay, Italy or Russia, whatever. All this you will learn here. India's role in G20, India's role in Shanghai Cooperation Organization, India's role in WTO, India's role in UNO. All this you will learn in this part, which is like purely your almost in GS. How much overlapping is there? Last year I proved to these students of my class when the paper came, 23 paper, I showed them. Pura ka pura 60 to 70% was PYQs only. Big advantage of the optionals is that except the dynamic parts, these are all same questions every year. They will repeat again and again and again. Method to the madness, what we call. Like I used to tell in the classes, this topic which we are going to start, see last 10 years what questions have come from this particular topic. 80 to 90% repeated topics only will come in the exam. That means you are assured by seeing every chapter that in this what I can expect in the exam. Are you getting my point or not? So solving PYQs are very important for the optionals, where you can kind of guess what will come in the exam. Almost last paper, when I proved in the class itself that almost 60% of the last 23 paper was purely from the previous year questions. A big advantage, because already you will practice before going to mains exam itself, you will solve the previous year questions and go to the final exam, which means 60% paper already you have written there. Understanding or not? That is the advantage of also the optionals. Fine, solving the previous year questions. How much does PSIR? One disadvantage of PSIR, which many tell, which of course it has some truth to it, it's very lengthy optional. It's very lengthy and very detailed optional. But there is some defense for this, not 100%. Some defense is that in PSIR optional, topics are most of the times repeated in different parts. Repetition of topics is there. Second defense here is that the lengthier optional PSIR is, the more coverage of general studies it will do. Example I will tell you. In political theory, you will learn about our political thinkers and these concepts. See here, justice, equality, democracy, power, liberalism, socialism, Marxism, fascism, Gandhi. Without Gandhi, no paper is there in UPSC. Without women, no paper is there in UPSC. Okay, feminism. These are the papers. Okay, then West Indian political thought, Indian thinkers, very easy. Dharmashastra, Arthashastra, Kautilya, Manu, Buddha. Without Buddha, no UPSC. Without Jainism, no UPSC. Okay, so here Buddhism is there. Okay, Buddhist tradition, political thought is there. Ahmad Ali Khan, Arvindo, Mahatma Gandhi again, Ambedkar, M.N. Roy. This is all paper section 1, okay, in the paper 1, guys, okay. It is all something which is 90%, more than 90% all static. Easily you can read the PYQs and those questions will come in the exam. So this paper 1, section A is highly static in nature, because as you can see here, it's all theory part, where everyone will of course read about justice, equality, democracy. These are everyday things what we see. Every day we debate, no, equality should be there or not, justice, we want justice in hostels, you will say, right? Okay, fine, we want chicken on so and so day, we want so and so mutton. Okay, justice, equality, these are the everyday concepts we face. Democracy, everyday concept, every day we have debates of what people can do, what people cannot do. Equality, liberty, we all want freedom, yes or no? These are all in theory you will learn here, guys. Then our great so-called Mahanubhavalu, what we call the Indians and the foreigners, what they are talking about. Because of them, we have this evolution of politics today. Starting with Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, Hobbes, Locke, J.S. Mill, we have, okay, Hannah Arendt, we have this Antonio Gramsci. Their views are important for us. You know what is the advantage of coverage of this particular part A? Ek to you will have strong foundation of the political knowledge, which is helpful for GS paper 2. Paper 2 means what? Polity, constitution, governance is there, no? That foundation will be very strong here. You will be able to answer it much better, like why reservations are required or not required, because you will already learn in equality here affirmative action reservations. Your concept of rights will be very strong. Your entire, as an administrator, you will have to have lot of clarity on the political system of India. That will be strong here, guys, including the views of our great Indian thinkers and the other countries, the Western thinkers also you will learn. So this will build your base. One more plus point, in GS paper 4 ethics, you have one line in the syllabus. What is that line? We don't know, of course. Okay, what is that line? That line says contribution of moral thinkers and philosophers from India and the world. GS paper 4 general studies ethics says contribution of thinkers and philosophers, which means contribution of great persons. Sometimes they will ask Swami Vivekananda, sometimes Gandhi, sometimes Kalam, sometimes Buddha, sometimes John Rawls, which means your thinkers what you study here will help you in your GS paper 4 ethics. Not only that, these thinkers will discuss lot of ethical dilemmas also. What should be done in the right course of action? What is right, what is wrong? These will be helpful in your GS paper 4 ethics. Are values important? Is attitude very important or not? Okay, are you responsible for your actions or not? All these ethical debates you will see in this Western political thought. So in this, your GS paper 2 somewhat, GS paper 4 is also covered, guys. And then purely paper Section 2 of paper 1. See, Indian nationalism. History lo unda, modern India lo. The detailed struggles of the freedom struggle, different types of movements, civil disobedience, Quit India movement, all this history part is covered here, guys. Then from the part 3 here you see all your polity of general studies paper 2 is there. Okay, Indian constitution, central government, state government, federalism, local governments, election system, political party system, what is the role of caste in the politics of India. You know, recent elections are over in AP. Okay, caste is very important, dominant in India's elections. Religion, very important factor. Gender, another important factor. So all these pure political science and GS paper 2 of your polity is covered in this particular segment. See, federalism, statutory bodies, constitutional bodies, some economy. Okay, and then the pure political science like party system of India, political parties, all this section 2 is like 90% of your GS2. Forget about 500 marks, guys. I proved in the class how many 900 to 1000 marks PSIR will help, and not a joke. Okay, here I told you I am not a snake oil salesman marketing person here. So everything I tell you can verify always. Not just 500 marks. PSIR, if you study very properly, at least 8 to 900 marks of your GS is covered. How many marks in GS? How many marks are there for GS, guys? Tell fast. I have only 20 minutes left. 1000, 1, 2, 3, 4, and essay 250, and 2 optionals. If you add, how much it is? 1750. In this 1750, if you just read PSIR, you are going to cover around at least 8 to 900 marks out of 1750, which is like what, more than half. And not exaggerating at all. You can ask people who cleared this exam if your seniors are there in PSIR or the top rankers what you have seen. Again, one advantage for me is I don't have to advertise PSIR because the results speak for themselves. The top rankers what every year you see from PSIR, they are from that area. Again, I am saying this because you came for PSIR optional. Okay, I am not saying this is the best of all the optionals. No, even though UPSC itself is saying many people choose PSIR, but still I will tell you guys, only take this if you have first thing what? Interest. Otherwise, no matter what I tell about PSIR, doesn't matter. If you have interest, you are welcome to take this optional. And this huge coverage ain't ivanni. Okay, something is happening here. Fine. So this is paper 2, guys. Let me explain the remaining part also. Paper 1. Okay, paper 1 section 2. Now paper 2, again 2 sections are there. First one is comparative politics. Okay, here what is happening here? Again some theory part will come, which is mostly 90% repeated questions will come from this exam. Okay, see, state, comparative politics between different approaches we will learn here, guys. Globalization, how to study IR, what are the different theories of IR. It means you become so strong in IR. GS2 has IR? No, that is a small Lilliput IR. This is what Kumbhakaran, or not Kumbhakaran, is very big Bahubali IR. Okay, it is very much in depth. That is like not even a cream biscuit. Once you read here entire IR theories, how you learn about IR, what Russia is doing, what Putin is doing. Putin is playing chicken's game with Ukraine. Chicken game means what? Chicken game. We use in IR. We explain IR in PSIR with theories, with scholars' perspectives. India and Pakistan are in prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma we have seen in Qaidi movie. Game theory will be played by our hero Karthi. There are 2 prisoners who are in the nearby jails, prisons. Okay, and one person does not know what other person is saying. He will say, your friend accepted your crime. This is the loot mal what he has shown to us. Tell other things also. Ante here our hero is playing a game. This man in one cell does not know what his friend in other cell has told. Ardham kaleda? 2 persons separated in different cells. They will have agreement before itself. Nobody should take their voice. I will play a game and tell that he already confessed. This is the proof. Understanding or not? This is called like prisoner's dilemma is there. You don't know what action you have to take. India, Pakistan also are trapped in prisoner's dilemma. We don't know what they are planning. They don't know what we are planning. That's why we take different decisions. This kind of explanation in PSIR you will have. This is what difference is there between PSIR and general studies questions. Understanding or not? See guys, you will study the same current affairs, same books, everything is same. Perspective, approach will be different from optional to general studies. That we will see in the classes later. Okay? No, I'm joking because they thought this class is for the this year mains and no test series and all that. Okay, so it's okay. I understand because boost is the secret of my energy. That is the boost your optional and your chairman. Okay, fine. What about you? You're from batch one, right? Okay, fine. You're also batch one, no? Okay, fine. You August. You also batch one, no? Okay. You are the anomaly here. Okay, fine. Engal. We will have. I'm planning for that test series and answer rating that we will start. Sunday rasta no test. Okay, Sunday rasta no. Okay, fine. We will discuss about that. But for you also some brush up about the optional here. Okay, fine. Already you know antava. ఆ గీతలు ఎవరు రాస్తున్నారు? నేను రాస్తాను, అది వేరే వాళ్ళు రాస్తున్నారు. Somebody else writing, no? Okay, that's here. Dots also are there, no? Waiting for DV to control you. Somebody is there, okay? And I'm too busy not to even pay attention to that. I have only 14 minutes left. I have another class, guys, so I have to catch some break. Till now, any doubts here? Any questions here? It's okay? Okay, no? And a detailed explanation cheste, you will fall asleep and it will take 2 hours to explain. I mean, I prefer not to give detailed every single line explanation because you are still in thinking to choose an optional or not. If you already choose optional, this is the first class, then I will probably discuss every single line, which is not required now. I hope you're getting the idea of what syllabus is there. Paper 2, section 1 is about what? Comparative politics, theories of international relations. You will crack how IR works with the help of these theories and scholars' perspective. India has taken cheap oil from Russia. India also states that war should be gone. Double game, huh? Why it is double games? How do you justify this? On one hand, you will say Modi met Ukraine President Zelensky and told, yes, we stand for peace, we stand for the ceasing of the ceasefire and all that. On the other hand, we are standing with Russia also purchasing their oil, which is very cheap. How do I justify this? Two games, double game. How do I justify this? If you are from PSIR aspirant, you will choose some words like India follows the policy of what? Of course, non-alignment is there. What else? Strategic autonomy. Strategic autonomy is the kind of word which we'll use in PSIR. Strategically, autonomy means what? I am free to take my own decisions, not bound by somebody. USA told me, some other country told me, no, Dadagiri is not there here. It's my choice. I will take my decision. I will stand for peace. But Russia giving cheap oil for me, I will take that also. Because it is my national interest. Of course, government took it for cheap, but for us it is not cheap. They did not reduce the prices. They told, we will reduce when the prices will increase. Tondi. Okay. So, national interest. Every country in the world will always try to follow national interest. These kind of words, those kind of theories that we'll be learning in this particular topic, guys. Okay. Concepts also are there. Okay. Fine. Then non-alignment movement, some world history aspect, guys, like how this Soviet has emerged as an important power, how this World Bank, IMF kind of organizations came in the world, all that international aspect, global groupings, ASEAN, SAARC, okay, WTO in detail. In economy, you will learn about WTO, guys. Pura ka pura covered here in detail. In detail, guys. Okay. And then United Nations, all the organs of the UNO, how it functions, what is the different agencies of UNO. Then here, different EU, ASEAN, SAARC, NAFTA, etc. Okay. And then contemporary concerns like democracy, terrorism, international, okay, environment. These are all international issues. Good thing is most of the questions are repeated in this particular area also. This is section what? First of paper 2. Last section is what? India and the world. Here, India, our neighbors become very important. Okay, and India with major countries like USA. Okay, now these days we are having good relation with Australia also, Japan. Okay, and let's say France is there, and India's relations with other countries like Russia also is there. They become very important in this area. Then some traditional questions: India and the Middle East, India and Africa, India and Latin America. Okay, these kind of until India's relation with different countries, different groups. That is the last part. Which means in your GS3 guys, if you see, IR is not just there in GS paper 2. In GS3 also 2-3 questions come from the international relations, but in security perspective. That will be covered in this particular India and the world, because here you will learn about what guys? See here, regional cooperation, water disputes, illegal cross-border migration, ethnic conflicts we are seeing in Manipur and all that, na? Okay? And Rohingya issue we are seeing in Myanmar. They're all what? Ethnic conflicts, insurgencies, border disputes. All security component is there. So देखो here, GS1 thoda history. Okay, GS2 90% almost is covered here. GS4 thinkers part and the ethics part is there. GS3 one chapter of economy planning and other development, green revolution is there. Then you have WTO is there, IMF, World Banks are there. It's covering everything guys. And purely the knowledge which you learn in PSIR directly helps in essay. Direct thinkers quotes are coming in essays. Real is rational, rational is real. That is an essay. This quote is given by a political thinker called as Hegel. Are you understanding or not? One year they asked, 2017 they asked a question, relevance of NAM in contemporary politics. NAM means what here? Non-aligned movement. Is there? No. Is it really relevant today or not? Essay came in the exam guys. That means PSIR, the vast optional what it is, it covers the GS also in a vast manner. It helps you directly in essay also. It helps in ethics, it helps in essay. This is why it is very attractive for many of the aspirants to choose, which is why it is reflecting in the every year rankers also. So I hope you understood what this optional is about. What I promise in my classes is, of course, I will cover the syllabus. Okay. And then we will have regular classes. Generally, this year we are planning to have classes from 7 to 9. Okay, 7 to 9. Then 9:30 to some 1:30, you have 2 classes with some break, I think. Okay, 2 GS classes, which means 1 optional and 2 GS classes. This is the plan as of now, which means you are free afternoon after that. There could be some classes in the afternoon for those who want repetition or something like that. 2:30 to 4:30 is there. No, that is going on as of now, but that is for a temporary period, I was told. So you will have some time to go home and relax and study for yourself also. It's not very tightly packed also. Why optionals in the morning? Because GS has to start from 9:30 or at least 10. So optionals everywhere should be in the morning slot itself. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. is for all optionals. We have planned similar timings here guys. Okay, 7 to 9. So I'm going to release this book very soon, maybe this next week. Topic wise and previous year questions 2013 to 2020. Why 13? Because syllabus have changed from that time. So that's why preferably last 10 years papers you have to solve. If old syllabus they used to ask 60 mark questions also. Now they are not asking. Now we have like 10, 12 and a half, 15 mark questions are there. Fine. So that's why I have chosen 13 as my year. Okay, that is father of political philosophy, Plato. Okay, that is the picture I have chosen for him. Okay, and then kya hai bhai? See, other faculty members will take 1.5 hour class this one, because I have next class. I want to wind up soon. Okay, from tomorrow what options you have, it may go 1.5 2 hours also, so be prepared. And they will tell much more in depth than me. I mean, mere paas abhi like I have told, no guys, I am not a marketer of my optional. It's purely based on your interest. If you are having interest, you come to me, I will talk. What else I want to show here? Inka avutundi ante like inka koncham work undi. There is some more work is there. It's a strategy how you prepare the optional. That means you need to see here. This is the syllabus, of course. Now you can see here. Paper 1 is there, no? In that paper 1, we have section 1. In section 1, first chapter. In first chapter, last 10 years, how many questions have come. So see here, 2023, 10 mark question means 150 words. With number also can verify in the final exam, like 1A. First question, A, B, C, D, E. Second question, third question, each question has 3 questions each. That we will see later, okay, how the exam scheme is there. Then you see, comment on decline of political theory, 23, 10 marks, 150 words. Then this question, credo of relevance, in the class we discussed that day. Speech given by David Easton and all that, okay. Exactly, discussed this next day, exam happened, okay. Same question came in the exam. Credo of relevance, exact word, okay. Heading to Rapichan class to 15 mark question. 15 marks, 200 words. Like this first chapter I can easily understand. See here, resurgence of political theory, decline of political theory, decline of political theory, normative approach significance, normative approach significance, normative approach, normative approach. Political theory decline, political theory decline. Are you getting the link or not, guys? Okay, post behavioral approach, post behavioral approach. Just a changing of the words, like mixing like this, such like that, okay. That is the method you follow while preparing for any optional, guys. Chapter wise, last 10 years, what questions are coming. I'll show you one more point here, guys. See, justice, rights, equality. See, guys, equality chapter, last 10 years, 8 questions have come from this chapter. See here, affirmative action. What is affirmative action? What is affirmative action? Means what? In the class, reservations are called as affirmative actions. Reservations ivvala odda? Should we give or not? Affirmative action. Affirmative action. Okay, affirmative, affirmative, affirmative. It means last 10 years, 3 times it has been already asked, including last year. So I know when reading this chapter, what should be my focus? Equality of opportunity, equality of outcome. Okay, again, this question is different. Okay, again, see, comment on affirmative action. Almost like repetition, 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 repetition. Liberty link here with equality. So I can show again more and more also. The point is very simple here, guys. Multiculturalism in rights. Okay, again, multiculturalism. He is also multiculturalism. Human rights, human rights, human rights, human rights. Are you understanding or not? Ante unna rendu in chapter lo almost 2 themes only they are focusing, guys, the last 10 years. So this is the strategy which you also, Charan, this is the strategy you have to follow when you're preparing for this year's or next year's exam you're planning, right? So next year planning ki, every chapter you need to find the trends. If you don't do this analysis now, you are just moving in the darkness without having any idea what to prepare, and you will every day curse yourself. This part I can't study, why I came in this field. Okay, my friends are enjoying in UK or USA or some other place. Why I chose this field, nothing is coming. Parents are bugging me. All those things will come, guys. Follow the right strategy always. That's why I have made this. I think there are some final touches to be given to this book, so I will release this. And tests also. Test series also will be there, or I will be giving certain questions every week that you can write, and I will evaluate your answers. So this is it, guys, regarding no sense to show the entire thing. This is how for every part of the syllabus, every chapter, you have theme wise questions, last 10 year questions. See, guys, Dharma Shastra, Manu, last 10 years only 2 questions have come. Okay, what is the importance of dharma and political thought? What are the sources of Indian political thought? Kautilya, 4 questions came in Kautilya in last 10 years. First one is, according to Kautilya, Saptanga theory, you know, right? Saptanga theory, 7 organs of the state. Swamin, Amatya, Durga, Janapada, Kosha. Never heard about this? In Mahabharata also you can find this. 7 organs theory of state. Kautilya statecraft, what he talked about statecraft governance. Okay, Kautilya, Machiavelli, what are the different perspectives? Saptanga theory, elements of state, again repeated. So I know if I read Kautilya, what I should focus in that chapter. If I read Buddha, in Buddha, 3 questions came in last 10 years. What questions have come? Dhamma, like what we call dharma, here it is Dhamma. Okay, righteousness is truth is there, no, Buddha. And Buddhists have brought ethical foundation to India's political thought. What is contribution of Buddhist tradition? Similar sounding questions every year. Are you getting my point or not, guys? Okay. Then Gandhi oste ekku untai. See, Gandhi, okay, 5 questions because Gandhi is here. Gandhi is in again paper 1 also. So I hope you can understand. See, direct question: discuss Gandhi's concept of Swaraj, panchayats with Gram Sabhas, ideology of Gandhi, Gandhi's view on state. Very straightforward questions. In your paper IR questions and in some of your polity questions, the dynamic part will be reflected, guys. But more or less, they follow the similar pattern as you can see here. Okay, I hope you got the picture of the importance of analyzing last 10-year questions chapter wise. Chapter wise choosukoni themes you have to write there, and those themes you have to prepare. And every class I will be giving a handout for the students. Every class I'll come and handouts will be given. That means you don't have to struggle a lot for the notes and all that. So I will make sure in my handout I will make sure I will underline myself, side readings, this, that, thinkers names, scholars. So you don't have to again struggle for different sources. We studied 14-15 books. It's enough. Now you don't have to study that many books. I will only recommend one book each for each section. That's it. Iske baad what else we have to do? Scholars, thinkers. Every day in paper you will see, in Hindu. Okay, different authors will write different articles. Suhasini Haider, Express to Raja Mohan, okay, Harsh Pant, all we have these people, Brahma Chalani and all that. That means their views you have to write in the answers. Generally, guys, in any optional which is like PubAd, Anthrosocio and PSIR, you will always write the theories and scholars names. No, same pattern here also. That we will discuss once we start the optional. There we will discuss what I will give the list of people to follow in India, list of authors you have to follow in other parts, their views, where to find. In fact, if we form WhatsApp group, I will myself share all those articles. Double itchy, I subscribe to all those papers kabatti. Okay, so I will get access to all those articles and the views. Directly I will share it with you. You don't have to struggle a lot to hunt for sources. Okay, so this is what I can guarantee. And I am planning to complete this year optional in 6 months time. Okay, last year it was 8 months because there was some starting classes for only 1.5 hour. So this time, except 1 week, 2 hours classes will be there. So last batch, I also explained current affairs a lot in the classes. No, this time I will not waste my time in that. Okay, I will do explain current affairs. No, not just PSIR. Current affairs every morning, half an hour paper discussion used to be there. So this year I will skip that part. Then within 6 months I can complete the optional. Okay, ela indante last batch because I was first half an hour I am teaching current affairs, other students also coming and sitting in the optional class. Although this time 6 months I will wrap it up, guys. Optional with full coverage. Okay, in other places we don't want to compare, but the entire paper IGP they will skip, guys. They will say same is there in polity, no GS, why should we study? Are not same concept is there, but perspective is different, guys. Or if you are writing good knowledge, if you have good knowledge, you can become what? A good anchor journalist, or one of my colleagues is working in some newspaper as an editor because of teaching PSIR. Understanding or not? So career options are there, and in front of you only a person has worked as assistant professor and principal and now teaching UPSC aspirants. That is one advantage of PSIR. Career opportunities. If in case you don't clear the exam, these many opportunities are there. Okay, so enough of this.